Welcome back, my wonderful learners. Today we'll be looking at something very important for every student preparing for the SSCE examination. We are going to solve NECO 2025 Economics past questions together. As you already know, the NECO 2025 Economics exam has 60 objective questions. In this video, we will carefully treat the first 30 questions, explaining each one in a simple way so we can clearly understand the answers. In part 2, we will treat the remaining 30 questions to complete the revision. So relax, get your pen and notebook ready, and let's go through the questions step by step with understanding as our main focus. Let's get started. Human wants are insatiable because dash. Human wants are insatiable because dash. A. Cost of goods and services are high. B. Human behavior is dynamic. C. It is difficult to make decisions. D. Resources are scarce. And E. Resources are unlimited. The correct answer to this question is option D. Resources are scarce. Human wants are unlimited, but resources to satisfy them are limited. Real cost in economics is same as dash cost. A. Average cost. B. Fixed cost. C. Marginal cost. D. Money cost. And E. Opportunity cost. The correct answer to this question is opportunity cost. Real cost refers to the opportunity cost. So you can say that another name for opportunity cost is real cost. It is what you give up when you choose one option over another. So opportunity cost is what is being given up in order to satisfy another want. What is the percentage of maize produced in figure 3.1? This diagram is what referred to as the figure 3.1. A. 18. B. 25%. C. 50%. D. 85%. And E. 90%. Now looking at this diagram, you see that the number of cocoa produced is 250. The number of yam produced is 250. And the number of maize produced is 250. So the correct answer to this question is option C, 50%. Now, let's look at the workings. The total production altogether is 1,000. That is the sum of cocoa, the sum of 250 plus 250 plus this, and this give us 1,000. Now, to find the percentage of maize, the formula is the number of maize produced over the total production. The number of maize produced over the total production times 100. Now let's insert this figure into the formula. The total number of maize produced is 500 and total production is 1000. So multiplied by 100, that gives us 50%. I hope that is taken. Okay. Which of the following is a measure of dispersion? A. Arithmetic mean. B. Harmonic mean. C. Median. D. Mode. And E. Variance. The correct answer to this question is variance. Variance, as we know, shows how far values are spread from average, making it a dispersion measure. Next one. In a capitalist society, the type of goods to produce is determined by dash. In a capitalist society, the type of goods to produce is determined by dash. Option A, government. B, price system. C, producers. D, shareholders. And E, trade unions. The type of goods to produce is determined by the price system. That is, price driven by demand and supply guide producers on what goods to produce. So this simply means that the price has a very a significant influence on the type of goods that we produce in an economy. If the price of certain goods is very high, that means that producer will not want to produce more of such goods because the demand is going to be very low. Next one. Labor as an important factor in production process is recompensed with dash. Labor as an important factor in production process is recompensed with dash. A. Commission. B. Interest. C. Profit. D. Rent. E. Wages. The correct answer to the question is wages. Wages, as we know, is the reward for labor. So wages are payment made to labor for work done. For work done. Next question. Okay, the next question. Land is considered as a passive factor in production process because it is dash. A free gift of nature. B, fixed in supply. C, heterogeneous in nature. D, relatively scarce in relation to its demand. And E, valueless without application of human effort. We say land is considered as a passive factor. The emphasis here is passive factor. Okay, the emphasis is on passive factor. So, what's the correct answer? The correct answer is option E, valueless without human effort. That is, valueless without application of human effort. So, land cannot produce anything unless labor is applied. So, human effort makes it productive. So, without human effort, land cannot be productive on its own. Okay. Consumer cooperative society maximizes the welfare of its members through the following: A, cash lending. B, encouragement of savings. C, involvement of middlemen. D, marketing members' products. And E, reduction of prices. The correct answer is involvement of middlemen. It's a consumer cooperative society maximizes the welfare of its members through the following, except dash. So correct answer is involvement of middlemen. That is, cooperative aim to remove middlemen. Their aim is to remove middlemen in order to make the price of goods and services to be more cheaper for their members. Next question. A partner that neither contributes capital nor takes part in managing of the firm is a dash partner. A, active partner. B, dormant partner. C, general partner. D, limited partner. And E, nominal partner. The correct answer to this question is option E, nominal partner. A nominal partner only lends his or her name to the business without contributing capital or taking part in the management of the business. A nominal partner does not contribute any money into the business, and also does not participate in the management of the business. He only allows his name to be used in the business. Next one. One of the problems of population census in Nigeria is dash. One of the problems of population census in Nigeria is dash. A, good communication. B, trained personnel. C, high literacy. D, manipulation of figures. And E, proper planning. The correct answer is manipulation of figures. Census figures in Nigeria in particular are often altered for political reasons. Every region wants to claim that they have a large number of people, so they want to inflate the population figures in order to attract more allocations to their region or state. So that's one of the problems we are facing in Nigeria. Next question. Which of the following is a reason government conduct population census? Which of the following is a reason government conduct a population census? A, to encourage importation of goods. B, to encourage rural-urban migration. C, to formulate economic policies. D, to generate more revenue to the government. And E, to reduce employment rates. The correct answer to the question is option C, to formulate economic policies. So government carries or conduct population census in order to help them to plan for the people, in order to help them to plan for the infrastructure that will be probably provided in a particular area. So the correct answer is option C. Next one, the ability of labor to increase output without increasing quantity is dash. Option A, demand for labor. B, efficiency of labor. C, labor force. D, labor market. And E, mobility of labor. The correct answer to the question is efficiency of labor. Here, efficiency means producing more with the same number of workers. They are not going to increase the number of labor, but the production will increase. Simply means that the labor are now being efficiently utilizing their skills in production. Next one. Which of the following is a reason for balance of payment deficit? A. Excessive government expenditure. B. Existence of import-dependent industries. C. Poor economic infrastructure. D. Reduction in excise duty. And E. Servicing of huge external debt. The correct answer to the question is option B. Existence of import-dependent industries. That's the correct answer. Which of the following is a reason for balance of payment deficit? Existence of import-dependent industries. When most industry in Nigeria depend, or most firm, or Nigeria as a whole depend on industries abroad for production of some goods and services. So every importation leads to more money leaving the economy into another economy. So let's look at the next question. The selling of variety of goods from one place to another is a function of dash. The selling of variety of goods from one place to another is a function of dash. A. Departmental store. B. Hypermarket. C. Mobile shop. D. Mobility stores, or multiple stores. And D. Supermarket. The correct answer to the question is mobile shop. Mobile shop sells goods by moving from one place to another. So the correct answer is option C. Which of the following is an advantage of middlemen? A. Creation of artificial scarcity. B. Deliberate hoarding of commodities. C. Increasing prices of goods. D. Longer chain of distribution. E. Provision of employment opportunities. Remember, if you go through all these lists that we have mentioned, you see that almost all of them are disadvantage of middlemen. So the only advantage we have in this question is the option E. Provision of employment opportunities. So middlemen helps in creating jobs, in buying and selling. People who help in taking the goods from the producer to the final consumers are employed by carrying out the activities of buying and selling. Next, the type of money that is not backed by gold is dash. A. Banknote. B. Commodity money. C. Fiat money. D. Fiduciary note. And E. Representative money. The correct answer is C. Fiat money. Fiat money has value because government declares it as legal tender, but not because it is backed by gold. Which of the following is an advantage of representative money? It can be used to control inflation. It is easily recognized. It is not generally acceptable. It is not recognized as a legal tender. It reduces the burden of carrying cash. The correct answer is E. Reduce the burden of carrying cash. Representative money such as checks, bank drafts is lighter and easier to carry from one place to another. The system of agriculture concerned with production of goods. System of agriculture concerned with production of food, animals, and cash crops for commercial purpose is dash farming. A. Cooperative. B. Fish. C. Livestock. D. Mechanized. And E. Peasant. The correct answer is D. Mechanized. Mechanized farming uses machines for large-scale production, which is mainly for commercial purpose. Which of the following statistical tools measure the variability of a given set of distribution? A. Histogram. B. Mean. C. Median. D. Mode. And E. Range. Which of the following statistical tools measure the variability of a given set of distribution? The correct answer to this question is option E. Range. Range shows the difference between the highest and lowest value of data. If 2, 8, 6, 4, and 15 are the scores of students in an economics examination, find the mean. If 2, 8, 6, 4, and 15 are the scores of students in an economics examination, find the mean. Option A 4, option B 6, option C 7, option D 13, and option E 15. The correct answer is option C 7. How do we arrive that together? We are going to add the whole of this together, and by doing that it will give us 35 and divide it by the numbers of students. How many students do we have in the class? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's going to be 35 divided by 5. That gives us 7. That is how we arrive at this answer. Next one. Which of the following is not a feature of land? Which of the following is not a feature of land? A. Fixed in supply. B. Free gift of nature. C. Mobility. D. Subject to diminishing returns. And E. Variability. The correct answer is option C. Mobility. Land cannot be moved from one place to another, so it is not mobile. Next one. The total expenditure on machineries and equipment in a firm to an accountant is dash cost. A. Implicit. B. Marginal. C. Money. D. Opportunity. And E. Variable. The correct answer to this question is money. Accountant record actual cash payment, which is the money. So money cost is the expenditure incurred in monetary terms. Unlike economists considered the opportunity cost as the real cost of buying anything, whereas accountants use the money, consider money that is used to buy the item as their own cost. Next question. A situation where workers stay at the entrance of their office and refuse to work is dash. A. Blacklisting. B. Collective bargaining. C. Picket lines. D. Threat to strike. And E. Walk to rule. The correct answer is option C. Picket lines. Picket lines involves workers standing outside their workplace, protesting and refusing to work. Next. Activities of trade union in an organization help in determining dash. Activities of trade union in an organization help in determining dash. A. Cost of production. B. How to produce. C. Prices of goods. D. Safety of workplace. And E. What to produce. So the correct answer to this question is the safety of workplace. That's option D. Trade unions focus on workers welfare, safety, and working conditions. So the correct answer is option D. The function of money that enables it to be used in future is dash. The function of money that enables it to be used in future is dash. A. Measure of value. B. Medium of exchange. C. Standard of deferred payment. D. Store of value. And E. Unit of account. The correct answer is option D. Store of value. Money can be saved today and used later without losing all its value. So the correct answer to the question is store of value. Which of the following is a factor that determines the value of money in an economy? Which of the following is a factor that determines the value of money in an economy? A. Cost of production. B. Economic growth. C. Market forces. D. Price level. And E. Size of market. The correct answer is option D. Price level. The value of money depends on the general price level in a country or in an economy. So when prices rise, the value, that is the purchasing power of money, falls. Next one. The system of agriculture that involves production of food for family consumption is dash farming. A. Cooperative. B. Livestock. C. Mechanized. D. Plantation. E. Subsistence. This is a no question. The correct answer is subsistence. Subsistence farming is small scale farming, mainly for feeding the farmer and his family. The type of inflation that occurs as a result of funding a deficit budget is dash inflation. The type of inflation that occurs as a result of funding a deficit budget is dash inflation. A. Cost push. B. Creeping. C. Demand pull. D. Galloping. And E. Imported. The correct answer is option C. Demand pull inflation. So deficit financing increases money supply, leading to increase in demand and demand pull inflation. Remember, when we talk about demand pull inflation is the type of inflation that occurs as a result of increase in demand or a result of excess demand for goods and services in an economy. Next, the slow but steady rise in the general price of goods and services is dash inflation. A. Cost push. B. Creeping. C. Demand pull, D. Galloping, and E. Imported. The correct answer to this is creeping inflation. So creeping inflation increases prices slowly over a long period of time. So it's a steady increase but consistent. It's a steady but consistent increase in the general price of goods and services. That's what we refer to as creeping inflation. And the last question on this episode: which of the following is a reason government participates in the location of industries in Nigeria? Which of the following is a reason government participates in the location of industries in Nigeria? A. Encouraging of uneven development. B. Equitable spread of development. C. Generating more revenues. D. Increasing cost of living. And E. Providing social amenities. The correct answer is B. Equitable spread of development. So government spread industries to promote even distribution across regions. And that brings us to the end of the first 30 objective questions for NECO 2025 Economics. I am glad you stayed with me through every step. Remember, preparation has always been the key to success, and going through these questions one by one helps you build the confidence you need for the real exam. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and share it with other students who might benefit. And of course, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the part 2 of this video, where we will complete the remaining 30 questions.